Hello, this is Grant. Welcome back to another episode of Dead Rising 1 Master Run. Today we're going to be picking up some survivors in the Wonderland Plaza, as well as a group of 3 people from the gun store. So, the gun store is an unmarked scoop. I don't think it's too badly hidden, unlike some of the other stuff, because it's pretty likely that you're going to go to the gun store for guns. It's a little unintuitive, I think, for how you're supposed to handle it, but not terrible. You have to walk in, they see you, think you're a zombie, and then begin shooting at you. So you have to walk out, and they're like, hey, come back. It's a little glitchy, in my opinion, but I would assume that if you are that far to walk in the store, you're probably going to leave it, or they'll kill you. So, I don't think it's too crazy. Plus, since they all have guns, they're really easy to escort. Actually, one of the survivors there has a machine gun, I believe, which is the only place you can get it in the main game. Otherwise, you have to wait until the military comes during overtime mode, or I guess if you're getting ending A, they'll be here on the very end of the day. I don't think you can actually get it from him, though. You have to kill him to get it. He won't swap. And that's probably just for balance reasons. But I guess if you want it, it's there. It's more of a thing where if you're doing like the 8 survivor rule, just keep in mind so you can use it, actually pick up the gun. It's very useful. It's probably amazing for psychopaths. Those posters of the True Eye cult are still up there, even though we've long since killed them off. Really, day 2 is the most hectic, one with the cult and all the scoops kind of going on top of each other. Here, I think I just want to use up my ammo, because I know I'm going to be in a gun store anyway. Plus, it's nice and convenient for clearing out these areas.
Go to hell.
So here, I actually don't walk in far enough to trigger it. I don't know if it's particularly machine gun or what, but their fire rate's high enough that if you'll stumble a lot, it can be pretty hard to get out. It's definitely a very deadly situation. Like here, I'm just trying to trigger their firing. There we go. And so he'll come on up. Fortunately, I think I tried and go up to him. Oh, there you go. And yeah, they'll start shooting at you again.
Okay.
It's a little odd. Yeah. They start tearing into me again. They're even shooting their friend. Luckily, really, like, he just shot me point blank with a shotgun. And that didn't even do a full block of damage.
Son of a
I don't quite get that.
right.
Really, the only thing deadly about it is the fact that you get the kind of stun lock. So I'm doing this new thing where I'm hoping to improve how I edit these videos. Particularly, I'm working on the sound. My general pipeline is I record using a Elgato. I record audio using Audacity. And this is after the fact. I've edited everything and then I go through and do a voiceover. And particularly the sound, I think I can get down so it takes less time for me to edit. Right now I go through and I have a bunch of filters I run. Those are simple. I can actually chain them all together. So I like put them in, be like apply these 5 chains, like reduce noise, noise gate it, look for any discrepancies, stuff like that. It's pretty easy. But I like to go through and listen to it and cut out anything crazy. Like say if I'm drinking coffee and I hit something down on the desk, you can usually hear that. But since I'm drinking it at the time, usually I'm not saying anything, so I'll go through and I'll cut that out. Particularly, I'm pretty bad about these like kind of lip pops. Like I don't know if I can do that. Like that. I think it's because my mouth's dry. But, I don't know. I probably leave a few in every once in a while. I don't even know if that matters. It's definitely really easy to notice when I'm just listening to my own self. Like,
Thanks.
with just sound, no video. While watching that, you can see like the spike. It's very noticeable. But that might be something that really is not a huge deal. I also have some pretty nice headphones and the volume up pretty high, so it's a little bit easier to hear than it probably is for the average person. So my goal is if I can get that down, or find a solution where I don't have to sit and listen to the audio, or at least I can just do a really quick once over. That way I can cut things down and put these videos out faster. If I had to make a guess about how long it took me to make an episode,
Come on.
barring recording time, it's basically, I mean, it's literally what you see. The only thing is I cut out loading screens, which can be pretty bad in some areas of the game, like the beginning where you have ones just constantly happening. I cut out the warehouse sometimes. Anything where I know there's nothing important going on. But yeah, it's basically 1-to-1, so if like 15 minutes of game footage would equate to like 18 minutes of playing, or 20.
Come on.
I usually try to cut it between relevant events. So just, the video length varies for that reason. Like, I don't want to cut it halfway through a psychopath fight. But on the other hand, there's no reason to cut the video, like, right when I'm taking survivors back, right outside the safe house. Like, just, I might as well take that extra 30 seconds.
Over there.
So, this is a little issue with AI. I don't know if that, actually going over there helped or what. Or it was the waypoint that confused her getting over the counter. I'm really surprised those aren't more heavily scripted. They obviously do something like, go here and get over it, like this little object in this exact location. But it seems like it should be entirely, like when they join your party, they all go through a very strict animation on how to get over the counter.
Follow me.
So yeah, anyway, it takes me, so if I do like a 15-minute video, it's going to take about 20 minutes to shoot. Editing can be, I'd say about 10 to 15 minutes. It really varies depending on how much footage I want to cut out. Because like if I cut out loading screens, that's the main thing I have to go and look for, and I can find them really easily because the game goes quiet. I can just look at the waveforms. But some things, it just really, it could vary a lot. Like if you're in a psychopath fight where it's something very long, or this like upcoming area here, I'm in Wonderland Plaza the entire time, so I don't need to have a lot of editing. I just have to go through, I turn down the game's audio to, it's like, I think it's, put it down 20 decibels, so you can still kind of hear it, but it varies, it depends on how loud the game is that day. So I do that, and then I have to go in and I'll put in transitions. They're just like those little fade to blacks between loading screens, which I use in a Lightworks Pro editor, and for some reason the only good way to do fade to black is to have a single frame of pure black. I can't imagine, or I can't remember the actual name for it when it means like there's just no clip there at all. So it'll fade, like it'll dissolve to the black screen, which is basically one. So it ends up being like a dissolve, skip frame, redissolve, like dissolve into the next shot. I don't know, it's really weird. It's odd how something like that you would think would be really easy. Like it'd be easier for me to do that if I had Windows Movie Maker than it does for the like professional editor. That being said, it's a pretty powerful editor. I enjoy it. But yeah, it'd be kind of nice if I could get that down, if I could find a good way to automate those transitions. Because I'm really looking forward to putting out more content. I kind of want to do stuff on Saturdays as well. Like I was considering maybe streaming Dota on Saturdays or putting out another series. Particularly, I have a drinking game series I got a bunch of footage for. I'm working through editing, which is one of the reasons I want to be able to get my editing time down, because that's like in 2-hour increments. I have to edit all that footage, and that can take a long time if I have to sit and listen to each audio track on its own. Well, then that's like 2 microphones. That means that's 4 hours of editing just the sound. So if I can get it down nice and automated, then I should be pretty good. So here I'm heading over. There's actually a psychopath fight here. That's for Paul the Arsonist. We're not going to trigger it just yet. We're going to go round up some other people, and we'll have these guys go hide in the store while I actually fight him. Actually, I think I might end up getting the 8-person survivor team achievement. It's kind of neat. I didn't plan on doing that in the run. Really, I think that achievement's kind of a moot point, though, because there's the hard achievement having all 8 women in your party, which is actually kind of cool, because you always get a survivor and take them back like immediately. It's kind of fun to have to have them follow you around. So, I enjoyed that achievement, actually.
Over there.
I'm just gonna stick them all in the shop here, while I go pick up Susan and Leroy over there. Leroy's the sick man Scoop, so I actually want to come pick up him. I don't think I actually remembered that Susan was there. It was just, oh hey, there's a lot going on here at this time. I think they do try, the developers try to get things to be relevant. Like, they don't have a scoop going on in North Plaza and the Entrance Plaza and, I don't know, the Underground. They try to put them all kind of around next to each other. That's definitely the case for this area right here, as well as the Entrance Plaza. Basically, the 2 times you go there, they really jam-pack them with scoops. So I guess Leroy's just sick. I guess that's his thing. He wasn't bitten. I think he's just ill. Kind of odd. Probably one of the most satisfying things is throwing a queen into a giant crowd of zombies like that. Just seeing those numbers jump up. So, her thing is she gets tired after running a little ways if you don't escort her. So that's something we're going to have to do on the way back, is really make sure to take care of her. It's too bad, I don't think they let you carry her. That seems odd. That if you're holding her hand, you can run as fast as you want. Or, I mean, you can't run as fast as you want. You'll gradually get ahead of her and let go. But she doesn't have to stop either and be tired like this. You can actually see if they're about to let go, because if the hands get too far out away from each other, then it'll cancel it. So what's interesting about this particular Psycho is when you beat him, he's going to fall on the ground and be set on fire. And then you can actually save him with the fire extinguisher, and he'll become a survivor. You can take it back to the safe room and all that. He then has a scoop later on where he'll make you those Molotov bombs. But that's really not worth the time. It's essentially just a queen, except it can hurt people too, which is not what you want, really. But also, like, it takes up a whole inventory slot, so it's really item inefficient, and you're not going to bring it to like a psychopath fight, because it's like you could just get one gun that's going to last the whole time, rather than one big bomb that doesn't do a lot of damage. It's kind of a novelty, though. You have to bring back wine, I believe. And it's alright. You get like one free one. So I don't really know what a good use for it would be. Like I said, you're better off just getting queens. Unless you have some really good thing to get.